Do you want to do overhead presses but don't have any equipment? Well, we've got 3 no equipment exercises for you. These are Serratus Glides with a foam roller. So we're going to be working a small muscle around the shoulder blade while working the core. So we're going to make these muscles work together. So you're going to get into your plank on your foam roller, which is already going to feel tough because that foam roller is unstable. So you're checking in that you're pushing your elbows into that foam roller, pushing your forearms into it, so that you're creating constant tension down into the roller, and you're sliding your arms as high up as you can go and coming back down right in line with the shoulder. So that's pretty intense. You can see there's a little shake going on in Jess there. So she's dropped down to her knees to try and build more range into the press. So if you want to focus more on the core challenge, stay on your toes. If you want to build more mobility into your shoulders and scapula, then drop down onto the knees. So check in that you're containing that core tension, that you're pulling up with your belly button, not pulling in, and giving all that support to your shoulders so you can build really strong mobility. Also, this is really great if you're dealing with symptoms from upper crossed syndrome. This is a pike push-up. So you can start off by getting into a plank and going into a downward dog position to get into your pike. You want to make sure your hands are pressed firmly into the ground. That way you have good stability and you're going to push your shoulders into the floor. Then you pull the hips back, think about engaging the core, and then you're going to dip down, making sure to keep your elbows over the wrists and your forearms vertical. This is much harder in an overhead push-up than in a regular push-up. So you can see Jess is shifting her weight a little bit forward, which allows that safe alignment for her elbow to stay on top of the wrist. And now she can sink into those shoulders, control on the way down, and press up. So she resets, shifting her weight a little bit back into the hips at the top, gives you a little moment of a breather on the shoulders. And then she's controlling, loading the shoulders and triceps and pressing up for that strong pike push-up. What a fabulous finish. Bonus points, Jess. Bonus triceps for that. This is Pike Shoulder Taps with feet elevated. This is going to build lots of endurance on the shoulders. So you want to pop your feet up on a fairly tall chair. The higher you go, the more overhead you're going to be and the more weight you're going to have on your shoulders. Also, the more upside down you're going to feel. So if you're like D, you won't want to feel like you're upside down. So you can see Jess has stacked her hips right on top of her shoulders. So that's quite advanced. Now with lots of control, she's going to make sure her core is on. She's going to lift one hand and drop it down. So she's tapping the opposite shoulder. So we see that her weight shifts off of that one shoulder onto the other one. So that one shoulder has to take on all the load. So it is important to make sure that the shifting is only happening in the shoulders and not happening in the low back or the hips. So that's where your core control is going to be really important. You also have to actively pull your hip flexors in, so pulling your torso towards your legs so that you can keep that really strong and stacked pike position. Man, she just keeps cranking those reps out. Go, Jess, go! And now your face is a beat. Now that your shoulders are on fire, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you get notified about all our new videos. Check out our online training options at threewayfitness.com. We share lots more information on all our social media channels on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And email us if you have any questions, threewayfitness@gmail.com. We're here to help. If you want to make your shoulder workouts more effective, check out our podcast. We're going to break down lots of that information for you to help you take the guesswork out of what to do in your workouts.